A very warm welcome in the class of Mathematics 3. We are under the module of propositional logic. In this module, we are now going to discuss algebraic laws of connectives and their related problems. Myself, Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, JIS College of Engineering. So, what are the prerequisites of this particular topic? The prerequisites are the discussion what we have made on logical connectives. As well as what are the discussions we have made about the logical equivalence. And for these two, we know that we have to be confident on the definition, properties, and meaning of these connectives: disjunction, conjunction, negation, and also implication, by implication, and also the idea of contrapositive, inverse, and also we have discussed the concept of tautology, contradiction, and contingency. Actually, when we are going to prove the logical equivalence of some propositional formula, we can do it by two ways. First one is with the help of truth table, and in some cases we are going to prove it by properties, that is without the help of truth table. How to tackle this particular purpose or this particular process is going to be discussed today. So we are now going into the main part of today's discussion. The logical connectives between P, Q and R are arranged in this structure. So here we are using P, Q and R as our propositions. Then first one, P disjunction P, it is equivalent to P, and P conjunction P is also equivalent to P. This is called idempotent law. First of all, we are going to discuss the laws, and then we are going to discuss the application and the proofs of some laws. Clear? Now we are coming into the second. Look at this, it is very obvious. If you structure the truth table of this, you will get the truth table of P conjunction P, P disjunction P will be same as P. Now in the second one, what we are getting, P disjunction Q disjunction R is equivalent to P disjunction Q disjunction R. Those who have already gone through the classes of group theory, they can have some similarity with this property. I know that you can tell if it is possible, but before giving the name, I want to mention it for conjunction also. It is also equivalent to and the name of this property is, we have rightly chosen that associative property. Sometimes it is written as associative law also. Now for the third one, P is, these are very much obvious rules, but still, as these are coming under this particular topic, we have to mention it, because when we are going to prove some problems, we need to use these ideas, and then we have to substantiate these ideas by the name of these rules. Next, for the fourth one, P conjunction Q disjunction R. It is P conjunction Q disjunction P conjunction R. And similarly, P disjunction Q conjunction R is equivalent to P Q conjunction no, it will be this one, and the name of this one is, as it is distributing, is named as this. Now coming in the next one, this is tremendously important. It is having application in almost all the problems. Please concentrate. Negation of P disjunction Q is equivalent to negation of P negation is entering into the main part, and then this will be reversed, negation of Q, and similarly negation of P conjunction Q is equivalent to negation of P, then the operator will be conjunction to disjunction, that will be like this. The name of this law is De Morgan's law. The next one, P disjunction this will be equivalent to P and P conjunction P disjunction Q will be also equivalent to P. What is going on? Q is absorbed in this particular formula. That is why it is termed as absorption law. Then we are coming for the next one. P implies Q is equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. It is termed as contrapositive law. Now these are the basically main parts, but we can extend it for some little more discussion. P disjunction, if there is anything which is contradiction, means you can take any contradiction over here, it will be equivalent to P. P, any tautology, it will be also the tautology. In this manner, we can have some combinations of P with tautology and contradiction, and we can just verify the operators. If from conjunction disjunction it will be conjunction, what will be the result? There is one very important but obvious result, that P disjunction negation of P will be always a tautology, means always gives you the result as true, and P conjunction of negation P will always be a contradiction. The name of this law is complement law. And finally, we can write it. You can also get the idea of this particular result with group theory, where we have studied A inverse inverse is A. So these are the rules what we can take as the algebraic laws for propositions. Now what we will do, we will solve some problems on this particular discussion. So first of all, we are trying to verify the De Morgan's law. So what is our De Morgan's law? De Morgan's law states that negation of P Q is equivalent to negation of P will be entering, the sign will be reversed, then negation of Q. So let us start the verification from the truth table. So as we are having here two propositions, we have to make the arrangement like the manner what we have done it in the last classes. Okay. So if we start by making these calculations, when this is true, when Q is also true, negation of P will be just the reverse one, and it will be false, true, false, true. So what will be P conjunction P disjunction Q? P disjunction Q will be coming from here. Disjunction law tells us that if any one of them is true, it will be true. So it will be true, 3F, true, true, false. And negation of P and negation of Q. This is negation of P, negation of Q. This will be true if both of them are true. So this is false. If you think for the conjunction and disjunctions, what is the basic difference of this conjunction and disjunction is that in case of conjunction you have to take only if both of them are true. So in this case what we get, they are false, so it will be false, and it is false true, it will be also false, it will be also false, and true true, it will be true. So what we are getting, the truth table of this one and the truth table of this one are just reverse one. If it is true, it is false, it is true, it is false, it is true, it is false, it is false, it is true. So we can write this one. If I write now negation of P disjunction Q, what will be the truth table of this one? If you start it from truth table point of view, then look at this T T T F, then it will be F F F T. Where you are seeing these two are exactly same, that means you can say that this one and this one are equivalent. It is reversed and it is equivalent. So this is the proof of De Morgan's law, the first part. In the similar manner, in the second part also, we can solve it or rather prove it by constructing the truth table. So second part is for you. Now the next problem what we are going to solve is that the help of simplification of a formula, propositional formula, by the help of algebraic rules. So here the illustration is something like that. If we take P Q, then this one negation of P, we can write it as equivalent to negation of P, then P conjunction Q. Tell me what is the rule? The rule is here commutative law. In the next line we can write it negation of P disjunction P conjunction negation of P disjunction Q. Yes, the rule is here distributive law. Next we can write P disjunction negation of P. If you can recall this one, P disjunction negation of P, it gives you always tautology. So what you will write here, it is a tautology with negation of P disjunction Q, and from where we are getting it, we are getting it by complement law. Next what we can write, negation of P disjunction Q, then conjunction tautology. What is the rule? Here also we are using the commutative law. And in the next part, we can write that negation of P and disjunction Q, because this tautology is absorbed with this particular part. So what we get ultimately, this is a long one, and we get one simplified form or formula with the help of the topic of today's discussion, that is algebraic laws of connectives. So this is the application of algebraic laws of connectives. Now what we can exhibit after this, in the next slide, we are going to give you some problems. Sometimes you can take it as a theorem or whatever. The thing is that P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P disjunction Q. We know that it is implication, and this implication is now converted into the combination of other connectives like negation and disjunction. So what is the truth table of? Let us construct the truth table as we have constructed before. P Q, we need negation of P also. We need P implies Q, and we need negation of P disjunction Q. So what combination we are going to take, like the previous problems, TTFF, and it is TF TF. So negation of P will be false, false, true, true. Now if P implies Q, the definition we can recall, it will be false only when P is true but Q is false, that means here, and otherwise all these will be true. Now let us check what is the status for negation of P disjunction Q, these two, connection between these two. So it is disjunction. So if it is false true, any one of them is true, it will be true. But here it is both are false, it will be false. Here both are true, it will be true. And here this one is true, so it will be true. So look at this. These two columns are identical. That means this is proved. Similarly, we can think for another problem. It is also very much applicable for the bigger problems. That is why they are stated by theorem. That is P implies and implied by Q is nothing but P implies Q and Q implies P. So if you can recall the last class where by implication is discussed, this theorem is discussed, but not in the form of theorem, but it is the having inner meaning that P implies and implied by Q means when P implies Q and Q implies P, both are simultaneously true. So you please construct this one. I think already you have constructed this one in the assignment part of the last class. Now if we go further, then we do have another problem to exhibit over here. Let us check the problem and let us have the applicability of the algebraic rule of connectives. So what is that? Suppose the problem is show that P conjunction Q implies P disjunction Q is a tautology. Before solving this problem, your homework is to prove it by truth table. And here we are going to show it by the help of algebraic rules, that means without truth table. So we can start it from the first line, that is P Q implies P disjunction Q. We can write it as negation of P disjunction Q conjunction Q disjunction P, from where we have written it. Every time you have to support with the documents or the rules what you are using. Already in the last slide we have discussed that if P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P disjunction Q, we have used this one. This is my bigger one. This is the, suppose R implies S, it equivalent to negation of R disjunction S. From this actually this line is written. So what will be in the next line? Now this negation will be inserted. So it will be reversed. Along with this. So what rule you have used? De Morgan's law. Now before proceeding further, please check that in the context of De Morgan's rule, you have changed this. So in the next line when you are going to do the problem, for suppose you are just inserting this by associative law, then negation of P disjunction negation of Q, then disjunction of P will be taken into consideration and disjunction of Q will be left. In this manner, I am giving you the law that associative with the help of distributive identity commutative, these are the laws available to you. I am giving you some clues over here so that after proceeding to some steps you can reach to a particular stage where you will get a tautology. How? You have to apply the algebraic laws of connectives. So this is the whole thing for today's discussion, this class's discussion. We will have some assignments related to this, and before that I have to mention that these are the references I have used, and I have used these references throughout this module, and these are the assignments where you are just assigned with some basic problems, but you must solve some problems which will be given in your content in the assignment part. So finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.